What's up, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome to Jerome's Chrome. I have way more important things to be doing on this Corvette right now than cleaning the interior, but I'm waiting on parts, and it's 71 degrees in December in Illinois, so I just feel like I need to take advantage of this opportunity to do some cleaning while the water and the cleaning products won't freeze. This interior is rough. It's been sitting for a few decades and getting a little bit wet during that time, and it's also had a few animals living inside. And now parts and tools are starting to stack up in there since I've been working on it, and I just like to do as much as I can today to get it looking respectable again while I have the chance. I'm really looking forward to sitting in this car and seeing how it looks and feels without the layers of grime. So let's get started. Well, I guess first things first is I'm gonna get all this stuff out of there. Bam! First thing I'm gonna do is just use a low pressure washer to lightly spray out those door jambs because there's some thick layers of crust in there, and I'm just gonna basically spray it down with the pressure washer and scrub them with the wash mitt. Oh yeah, that looks way better. I've been wanting to do that for like 6 weeks. You might notice that I got a little bit of water everywhere, and that's okay, because the next step that I'm gonna do is basically just wipe everything down with a microfiber that just has water on it. Just knock off that first layer. I've decided to permanently remove the center console piece. It's gross. Not only is it gross, it's torn. It's junk. And honestly, until I get a new one, it looks better without it even being in there. So no big loss. The interior though, already starting to look a little better. Just getting the door jambs cleaned out and getting off the slug trails that were on the glove box door. There's still a ways to go in here, but coming along. Now it's time to bust out some actual cleaning product and a detailed brush and get in all those little cracks and crevices. So for this next step, I got a couple brushes, clean microfiber, and some McGuires interior detailer cleaner. This comes in that box with the multi-pack of different stuff in it. It works pretty good. I'm just gonna hose it down pretty heavily with this, get all the crevices and cracks with the brushes, wipe it down with the microfiber, and that'll have it all cleaned up and ready for some protectant. I got 2 different brushes. This one's a little stiffer, this one's a little floppier, just kind of depending on what I need. I'm really loading it up because this car is really gross. And everything's already been wet in here before anyway, so no big deal. Well, I got this little dash trim piece out. Instead of just wiping it down with the brushes and everything, I'm just gonna lightly hit it with the pressure washer while I got it out. What do you think about that? Looking better. You want this car? Well, if you're a good boy, you can have it one day when you're 43. Hopefully they'll let you still drive this when you're 43. I think it might rain. This is a bad time for it to rain, boy. Yup. Okay. Alright, let's go inside. That's nice. Let's sit here for a second. Oh, that's nice out. It's later now, and I'm busting out the drill brush and that same McGuires Cleaner to hit these seats. Basically, just gonna hose them down and zing them with this, dry them up with a microfiber, and then add some protectant to the seats and the dash whenever I'm done. Not sure if these are leather or pleather. I don't know. That didn't really do a whole lot. But I'm not going down a rabbit hole with used seats. I could spend a lot more time making these perfect. And deep down inside I want to. But that's not what I'm doing today. Just drill brush, bro. Well, I got the first layer off. Not perfect by any means, but like I said, not going for perfection today. Just going for progress made. I might circle back around to these before the end of the video and do a little bit more. But for now, we're good. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just hose down all of the plastic surfaces with some protectant. I've been digging this VRP for interiors. Somebody recommended it to me in the comments of another video, but that stuff is thick and you gotta put on multiple layers. It really eats it up. With this car, at least for this first time, I want something I can just spray on there and just really load it up and then wipe it off. So once again, I'm going with the McGuires. This came in the same kit that the other stuff came in. So I'm just gonna excessively apply way more than I actually need to and wipe it off. Well, it's starting to rain now, of course, perfect timing. But good thing I got a car cover laying around for incidences just like this. Guess I'll just have to wait it out. There's plenty to do around here. I guess while I'm waiting for the rain to pass, I can get this horn button, give it a quick scuff, and spray it with like a satin black paint and maybe freshen that up a little bit. I got the middle all taped up and I got an old raggedy piece of Scotch-Brite, so I'm just going to spend a little time just scuffing it up and watching the rain. Oop. Backing it up. Backing it up. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Okay. Now I'm prepping for paint with a little spray away. This is just fine for a tiny little project like this. And we're prepped. I'm not even going to use primer on this. I'm just going to go straight on with some Rebuild Black. I picked up a case of Rebuild Black whenever I bought this car. It just seemed like the right thing to do, to use that paint to restore it. But I'm not going to use any primer. I'm just going to throw on a few really light coats and see how it looks. Once again, I'm not chasing perfection on this. I'm just trying to make it look a little better, to just kind of make the overall interior look a little bit better. If I made this perfect, it would look weird in the rest of that interior. So just going to give it a quick spray. You know what they say about painting in 100% humidity, don't you? It's dumb and you probably shouldn't do it. But I'm just going to try. Worst case scenario, it looks bad, which it already does. All right, that's coat number one. I'm gonna let that dry for like, longer than normal. It's been about 5 minutes. I think I like this paint. I use a lot of spray paint. I'm not just saying that because the dude gave me a good deal on the car and I ended up getting thousands of subscribers because of him. I'm saying it because the intake came out really good, and that was horrible prep, and so's this. And it seems to be very forgiving for those circumstances. And I love anything that's forgiving. Just gonna give it a quick spin and hope I don't drop it. Don't fall off. I got it stuck to a magnet, which I think was a pretty good idea. I'm just gonna give it one more final coat. It's actually looking pretty decent. I don't really want to push things. So just one more little tiny bit. Put this one on a little thicker. Try to get as much coverage as I can without running it. And that's looking pretty good, so I don't want to push it. I think we're good. Since the humidity is high, I'm gonna let that dry for till at least tomorrow before I even think about touching it. It should be all right. It's not like we're painting a car. We're just painting a horn button. We'll see. It went from 71 to 50 with 900 mile per hour winds real quick. I'd like to get this car back in the garage by the end of the night. So I'm just gonna give it a real thorough vacuum, push it back on in here, and then finish the details in the garage. Well, the weekend is over and so is the warm weather. It's currently 25 degrees on Tuesday, but I'm still getting after it. I got these gross floor mats and interior pieces that came with the car, and I am currently at a quarter wash to spray them off because my pressure washer at my house is not going to work in this weather. So I just brought these floor mats and interior parts up here, put them on the mat holders, give them a quick spray with the pressure washer, and then get back home to the garage and do a few things that don't involve water. Got the tops for the compartments in the back here on the floor. Some floor mats that look like they're just backseat floor mats from some other car. And then a couple little interior pieces that I'm not exactly sure where they go at the moment. Going with the tire cleaner on there first. Let that soak in a little. Man, that thing just didn't want to come off. Yeah. It's the next day and I'm just peeling the foil off the edges of these interior pieces so I can get these set into place and get the job finished up today. I'm assuming somebody put this on here because they rattled, but I don't really know. All I know is it looks dumb, so it's coming off. There we go. I got those installed. I just got them setting in place right now. I don't have them screwed on, but looking pretty good. Big improvement in the rear hatch area. There's a little mark right there that I'm going to drill brush out, or at least try. And I think I'm also going to put just a little bit more effort into the seats. I went ahead and ordered some simple green, and I'm going to, I don't know, cut it like 1 part simple green to 5 parts water, spray some of that on the seats, hit them with the drill brush and see if it makes a difference over the general interior cleaner that I used earlier. I'm pretty sure it's going to do a better job. Let's find out. You can see a whole new layer of grime coming off. Oh yeah. That made a big difference in comparison. Still not perfect, but the simple green made a much bigger difference than the Mcguires interior cleaner. I'm going to use the same green and drill brush to go over a couple spots on the carpet and floor that need a little spot cleaning, and this should take care of it real quick. So I'm going to hit this spot right here, the vinyl piece that's on the driver's side carpet area. It's just nasty, and it's a perfect thing to hit with the drill brush to get super clean. There's also a spot right here in the back I'm going to hit with the drill brush. And there's just some spots right here and along here that were kind of funky. I'm just going to hit them real quick, and then I'm going to disinfect the entire carpet. gone. Okay, the carpets are looking clean, but there's one more thing I want to do before I call them done. I got this enzyme cleaning stuff. Nano Skin Enzyme. Bioenzymatic Cleaner Odor Eliminator. I've never used it before. I can't tell you if it's good or bad. I just got it to spray it on these carpets, kind of let it sit in there, fester for a second before I give it the final vacuum. And maybe it'll help kill some bacteria, mold and mildew and mouse particles and things like that. So I'm just gonna put a quick mist of this stuff over all the carpets, let it sit for a little bit. And while I'm letting it sit, I'm just gonna get a little compressor thing that I got also and just blow out all the little cracks, make sure there's nothing left in all the little crevices before I give it a final vacuum. While that stuff's sitting there festering, doing enzymatic things, I'm gonna try out this little portable air duster thing I got yesterday. I haven't tried it out in the car yet. I've only done this. And it seems to work pretty good. So I'm just gonna blow out all the little cracks. I wish I would have had this whenever I was putting on the cleaner while it was still wet, to blast it out while it was still wet, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna re-wet it at this point just to blow it out. I'm just gonna give this thing a try and see if it's a piece of crap or not, basically. I think the battery's already dead. What a piece of junk. No link in the description for this piece of crap. Ha. Wow. Well, I guess I could put the horn button back on now. Looks all right. You can still see little craters in there if you look real close, which I completely knew that was going to be the case. Want to get that out, it'll take a little more sanding, a little more, primer and things, but I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. Shh. Before I give you the full close-up of how awesome it looks, there's one more thing. This steering wheel is gross. I'm not going to replace it right now, let's be for real. But I did get a cover. And not just any cover. Roughly 1 year ago, I bought the same exact steering wheel cover for my 1984 Corvette and put it on in the first YouTube video that I ever did doing anything to a car. Yes, that's right. My first install was a steering wheel cover. I started this YouTube channel a year ago, and I was really hoping that maybe at the end of the year, I would have 1,000 subscribers. And I am so lucky to be able to say that a couple days ago, I hit 5,000 subscribers, and I just absolutely cannot believe it. I cannot thank you enough for tuning in, not only once, but over and over again, and watching me learn and struggle, but ultimately have a freaking great time out here in the garage doing this stuff with you guys. It really, really is an honor that you guys choose to watch me do this. So, thank you. Also, this looks awesome. Check that out in comparison to a couple days ago and just a few hours of effort. A little paint and a steering wheel cover doesn't really make a dent in the grand scheme of things in this car, But still, man, when you're doing big projects like this, sometimes it's good to take a break from the big stuff and just, pick up a couple small wins. I'm looking over this steering wheel and this dash and this carpet. It's definitely a win. Okay, I went ahead and quickly did the windows and a final vac, and I think I'm gonna call this thing done for now. There's still quite a few things that need improvement in this interior, but a huge step was made this week. Just look at the difference. This car went from gross and neglected to something to actually be proud of again. It looks better, smells better, and just overall feels better when I'm sitting inside of it. And yeah, there's still a lot of improvements that need to be done, but we made some really good progress on the car this week during a week that otherwise would have been lost to waiting for parts. So even though getting the interior cleaned on this car was super low on the priority list, I'm still glad I took the time to get it done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you're enjoying getting this car back to what it once was as much as I am. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I'm hoping to have this car running again at the end of the next video. I'll see you then.